Hey y'all, welcome back. I am back in the kitchen. I know it's been a minute. I don't even know if I know what I'm doing or not. Anyway, I will get too lengthy in talking, and I think that's part of my issue, but I made 3 meals. They're voiceovered, but I had to cut it down because it was like over an hour worth of material. So I think I only got it down like 7-8 minutes. I can't remember. Anyway, we're making 3 amazing meals, and yeah, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it puts some yummy in your tummy, and I'll see you guys in the comments. I love you all. Can't wait to see how this goes. Mwah. See you guys there. Alrighty, this is everything that we are going to need for our chicken fajitas. Just one little chicken breast. I'm going to get everything chopped up, and we'll be ready to cook. I have everything cut up. This is that one chicken breast. I did do the whole bell pepper and a whole onion. This is the fajita seasoning mix. What I'm going to do is use half this packet because it's only just one chicken breast. And this is enough for me for 2 meals. So I just want to get just enough in there to like season it and then save the rest for a different meal. So I got a little Ziploc bag here. But for this, I'm going to add a little bit of water in here to kind of let it marinate. It's only about 4 o'clock here, so I'm not going to cook till about 4:30. But my main thing is the vegetables. I really want a lot of vegetables. And then I'm going to add some cilantro in at the last, just because I love the flavor of cilantro. This is an April thing. It's not, you don't have to do that. But yeah, I'm going to add in some water in here and stir this up. Actually, I lied. I think what I'm going to do is, I love the jalapeno juice. So I'm just going to add in some jalapeno juice on here. I don't know. I probably should pour it in there instead of spooning it. Let's just do that. There we go. That sounds like a good amount. And then we're just going to stir this up and allow this to marinate until I am ready to cook it. But I forgot I had those jalapenos in the pantry, so I am going to add some of those into my chicken fajitas. Look, guys, you know, the sky's the limit when it comes to stuff like this. You can season it and add in whatever you want. If you want extra vegetables, then you do extra vegetables. Throw you some spinach in there. Anything you want, you put it in there. So just going to let this marinate, and then we'll get started cooking in a little bit. It's probably a little too much. And into the pan it goes. It literally won't take it but just a minute to cook up. My chicken's where I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and add in my vegetables. Just bell pepper and onion. Nothing too fancy. I'm just going to allow them to steam just a little bit. And then I will add in some jalapenos and cilantro, continue to cook, and then we'll garnish it with some cilantro and be done. I am putting a lid on it just to get the cooking process a little bit shorter, and then it'll create some steam, and then I'll take the lid off, crank the heat up just a little bit just to get that brownness. If you want true brownness on your fajitas, use a cast iron skillet. I don't have one here with me, so I'm using this. Ooh, I think I may have walked away a little too long. It's gonna be all right. It's not burnt, it's flavor, right? Isn't that what we call it? Just gonna let it cook, just make a mess, April. A few seconds longer, but I think my peppers and onions are where I want them to be. I'm gonna add in my jalapenos and some cilantro. Does cilantro taste like soap to you, or does it taste good to you? Jacob says it tastes like soap to him. Wilt that cilantro and those jalapenos, and we'll be ready to eat. We do have some good looking coloration here. See? Not too terribly bad. All right, y'all. Here's our first meal of the week. Chicken fajitas. Here we are going to have some tacos. Here's all the ingredients that I used to make said tacos. First, we are going to brown up our beef, and we're going to add our ingredients into the meat. After all my seasonings have been in there and my ground beef is almost done, I add in the rest of my ingredients. However, this is where I messed up. Typically, I like to let my onion cook down before I add in the other ingredients. However, I was on the phone with Jacob and failed to do so. So I just let it cook until it was all done, nice and good, and then we assemble our tacos. And this is where the fun part came in play. Couldn't get the taco things to stand up, so then I found a fork idea, and I figured I'd stick the fork in there. It held it up great, but once we got it all assembled, set up, I served it with some Spanish rice and a little avocado on the side, and it was delicious. Here are the ingredients that we're using to make our chili beans. Just going to brown our meat. Then I'm going to make the cornbread to the package directions, except for I add jalapenos. Once my meat is brown to my liking, I go ahead and add in my onion. Once that is done, I let my onion cook down just a little bit, and then I add in the rest of my ingredients, which is my beans and my tomatoes. I like to let my beans cook down a little bit just so they are a little bit more tender. Now we're just going to let them sit there pretty and marry, as Anne Burrell would say. Now that everything is done and my cornbread is ready to be served, we want to inspect it and see how many jalapenos we do not have in there, because there wasn't a lot. Now let's go ahead and fix this up some. I just went ahead and put my cornbread right on top, and man, was it delicious. Yeah, I put a lot of cornbread on there. I liked it. It was good. Here's the ingredients that you'll need for the Diablo burger. However, I failed to bring out the cheese. Go figure, right? I'm always forgetting an ingredient. And a child decided they would eat my bread. This I didn't include in there, but I did chop up this onion and I added it in there along with some jalapenos. Yeah, boy. Once I chopped up those onions, I just added them right on into that meat, and I just stirred it up after I seasoned my meat. Season your hamburger meat however you decide to. All right, once that was all done, I added in a little bit of that Worcestershire sauce, however you say it. Mix that up again, and then I just patted it out into 4 patties. I tried to get them as flat as I possibly could. That way and as large as I could, because I knew that they would shrink, but hopefully not too terribly much to be smaller than the bun. So when I had this burger from Buffalo Wild Wings, it was just green chilies, but I like my food a little bit spicy, so I also chopped up some jalapenos to go in with my green chilies to go on top of my burgers. And of course, I got my frying pan piping hot, threw in 2 burgers. I cooked 2 at a time. And then I just placed the cheese on there and allowed the cheese to kind of melt a little bit before I set it off to the side. So I took my hamburger buns and I put a little bit of butter into the pan, and then I let my buns toast in the frying pan. Oh my gosh, amazing. If you haven't done it, you need to try it. Now we're going to add our chipotle sauce onto our hamburger bun along with our green chilies on top and bottom. Now it's time to assemble and enjoy. Y'all, this burger was absolutely amazingly delicious. You got to give it a try. Tell me that doesn't look good.